Guys, my name is Nonima Tikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the very same statement that changed everything in the room in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. So, wow, guys, wow. Ramsipile pissed the hell out of me yesterday. I know I'm not the only one. I know I am not the only one, including Umar. They really pissed me off yesterday. The judge had ruled, Judge Rata had just ruled, advocate Baloyi must prove the alleged statement before it can be admitted or relied upon. A simple procedural ruling. But you already know in this trial of Senzo Meyiwa, nothing is ever simple. Absolutely nothing. Then Ramsipile rose. Oh. Ramsipile, I love you so much, sir, but you really pissed me off yesterday. You pissed the hell out of me. Ramsipile rising up, family with a good composure there. The posture was like, I'm confident with what I'm doing. And then after that, the courtroom shifted because we were handling the business very well. With one thing, prove the statement, Mr. Balo. Judge Rata said that 6 times, prove the statement. Ubaloyi was bagabagazing the entire time. Then Ramsipile gives him leeway. Why would Ramsipile give Baloyi a lifeline? Make it make sense. Why is he giving them a lifeline? I did not understand. Is that, my lord, I just want to find out. This is after Mnisi has fought so hard for Baloyi to prove the statement and the judge made a ruling. Do you understand this? And then he comes back and asks, is it an order or a ruling? Yes, says. Why does it matter? Because him, in my view, he was supposed to get up and say, I stand with what Advocate Mnisi says. Do you know why? Because Ubaloyi is a sneaky bastard who is going to do anything, who does not even have embarrassment or embarrassing or whatever fibers in him. He doesn't have that. He moves differently than other normal people. There's nothing normal that he does. Yo, Ramsipile, you irritated me yesterday, Fondin. You really did. Now, an already irritated Judge Rata by Mnisi's objections because Mnisi was standing on business. Now he gets an opportunity to insult Mnisi after Ramsipile asks, is this an order or a ruling? And then he says he does not have a problem with bringing his own heads of argument because Baloyi was fighting to do heads of arguments. Heads of arguments for what? Prove the flippant statement. Prove it. That is what we want. Prove the statement. Now go Ramsipile make a lifeline. And then Judge Rata is like, no, yeah, at least you understand, you know the law. When you understand because you are asking if it's an order or a ruling. Shading Mnisi. He's busy shading Mnisi. What Judge Rata also did there was unprofessional and uncalled for. And that judge, guys, we will find ourselves saying things that we are not supposed to say. And then now he was insulting Mnisi. I was so mad. That was a very bold challenge because, and a strategic question, I suppose, from Ramsipile, maybe in his head, because as much as he pissed me off, I saw Mnisi, for starters, guys, the person that made Mnisi to be Vakarab to begin with that thing of Baloyi, that what he was trying to do. It was Ramsipile Ote. You guys go watch that thing. Watch the video. You will see it was him Ote. That's when Mnisi got up. Waba ha. Check the video properly. Watch it. Because the difference between an order and a ruling could determine the entire trajectory of the argument. I suppose that's where Ramsipile was coming from. And then the judge posed and said all that nonsense that he said, shading Mnisi. And the room froze because even the people that are always in that courtroom, they are like us people that are watching on national television, the stream. They are always shocked at Judge Ratta's behavior all the damn time. Nanko kunqumalo naye ephakame sithi okay with ama-arguments. Ama-arguments ani, and then uJudge Ratta. Advocate Nxumalo naye backed uRamsipiley immediately. United, calculated ngendlela yabo. The defense insisted Baloyi to be held to the strictest burden, prove the statement. That was the defense of Mnisi, because when that was thrown back at him, he said, I still stand by what I said. Prove the statement. That was a rare moment, you know, a coordinated push from the defense of Mnisi, because the defense table, sure. I think Ujarat stress. That was a very powerful defense, Shem. That's what I would say. Umnisi had Ubaloyi scrotum. He had him scrotum. And then Umnisi comes back. And then, but that pressure did not end there, right? Advocating Mrs. stepped in forcefully, unyieldingly, warning that the state could not rely on assumptions, summaries, or undocumented claims. Mnisi insisted Baloyi must prove the statement word for word, source by source. The defense pushed hard, maybe too hard, because now Ujad Ratta was angry. Of which that's what it needed. And then we were left with an unattended consequence, because now instead we got the courtroom going straight to tensions rising very high. Because in that heated moment, something unexpected happened. By demanding that Baloyi prove the statement, the defense unintentionally gave Baloyi the opening he needed, a doorway, a method, a legal pathway to introduce the very statement they wanted kept out. And it was not Mrs. fault, it was Ramsipiley's fault and Nxumalo. Because if they stood with him and said, we stand by what our Leonard friend said, Umnisi, Judge Ratta was going to stick with prove the statement, Mr. Baloyi. Or if he decided to back down on prove the statement, he was going to be alone, but not have them backing Baloyi in a way. Yo! Ubaloyi was busy there, didn't know what to do with himself, flipping through documents. Now, Ubaloyi now had an official invitation from the courts, lay the foundation, bring witnesses, authenticate the document, and present the so-called statement to the record. The defense resistance had become the state's opportunity. That is what it became now at the end, the fight comes because of one mistake from Ramsipiley. That was wrong. That was a wrong move from him. And getting us as the public and the onwatchers, we got angry, we were murmuring, and social media reactions were on another level. We were swearing at Ramsipiley in our own way. Outside courtroom, supporters of the defense side were furious. What they saw as a united defense stand ended up opening the door for Baloyi to sneak the statement back into the trial. Online, the backlash was immediate. We didn't care. We were frustrated. We were asking a lot of questions. We are accusing Ramsipiley and Nxumalo of certain things. The moment became yet another exclusive twist in the trial, already full of surprises. And we were not happy. We were not happy, Shem. We were not happy. In the sense of Maywa trial, strategy can turn on a single sentence. And in this courtroom, even the strongest pushback can produce the most unexpected results. And we were left with one thing, Baloyi coming back with the heads. We will do another video on that because I have a lot of things to say there, even if it's not 10 minutes, but maybe 8. But we will talk about that because I am still confident there's nothing to be found in that fucking statement. Absolutely nothing to be found. I'm not worried. I don't know why, but I'm not. I'm really not worried at all. I was so pissed at Ramsipiley, guys. I do not want to lie. He really pissed me off. And I know I was not alone. Oh, I know I was not alone. I know. I know I was not alone, Shem. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts when it comes to this? Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.